I never imagined that a single promotion could turn my carefully constructed world upside down. Months of secrecy, stolen moments, whispered messages, all tucked away behind smiles and polite nods, felt safe, untouchable. I was meticulous, calculated, the kind of precision that makes someone invisible in plain sight. Every text erased, every call taken in shadows, every lie rehearsed as if it were a line in a play no one else would ever see. And then he walked into my office that Monday, uniform crisp, expression proud, the very air around him charged with authority. My husband, now my regional director. The first time I saw him, my stomach twisted. I forced a smile, a gentle, casual hello, and hid the pulse of panic racing beneath my calm exterior. Weeks of discretion, months of planning, seemed laughably fragile now, trembling in the presence of the man whose very job description gave him access to everything I held secret. I told myself to breathe, to act natural, to keep the mask on. But every glance, every passing nod, reminded me of the threadbare lie I had woven, one that could unravel in a heartbeat. I tried to work, to focus on reports, meetings, budgets, pretending the tremor in my hands was stress, not fear. Yet the office was alive with small reminders. His proximity, his voice, the way he moved like he owned not just the company, but the space I had been using to hide my other life. He smiled at a coworker, and I imagined him noticing the shadow in my eyes, the shift in my heartbeat. I hadn't made a mistake yet, not overtly, but the truth is, mistakes don't need to be loud to destroy everything. And deep down, I knew, the moment he realized, nothing would ever be the same. The first week was torture. I moved through the office like a ghost, careful to never linger where he might notice, careful to never leave a trace. Every smile felt rehearsed, every casual conversation a calculated act. I thought I was safe. I thought the months of secrecy had built walls strong enough to hold. But walls have cracks, and cracks let in light, the kind that exposes everything hidden in shadow. He started asking questions about projects, meetings, clients, innocuous at first, professional, almost casual. But the way he watched me, his eyes narrowing ever so slightly, made my pulse spike. It wasn't suspicion yet. It was observation. That slow, patient observation that feels like gravity, pressing down, waiting for something to slip. And I knew, as surely as I breathe, that one wrong word, one careless glance, one unnoticed text notification, could pull the threads of my double life apart. Then came the day I nearly lost control. I was in the break room, phone buzzing with a message that should never exist, when he walked in. The air shifted the moment he crossed the doorway. I didn't hear him at first, just felt the tension, the subtle shift in the atmosphere. He greeted me, all charm and authority, and for a moment, I could feel my entire facade cracking. I smiled, small, polite, but inside my thoughts raced. If he ever knew, if he ever saw the messages, the dinners, the whispered lies, years of careful planning would vanish. I spent that night pacing my apartment, imagining scenarios, rehearsing excuses, calculating every possible outcome. I hadn't planned for this. Him here at my side, every day, every hour. My secret was no longer a distant risk. It had become a living presence, breathing down my neck, watching, waiting. And the worst part? I couldn't walk away. Not yet. Not when so much was at stake. It happened faster than I could prepare. One late afternoon, a meeting ran long. My phone vibrated with a message I thought I had deleted. Just a flicker of curiosity on his face, a subtle glance at my desk, and I knew. The mask slipped, even for a moment, and I felt the weight of months of deceit crushing me. I smiled, calm, casual, but inside panic roared. The confrontation didn't come with shouting or rage. It came with quiet questions, the kind that sliced through carefully built walls. "Who's this?" he asked, voice measured, almost gentle. I froze. Words tangled in my throat. Lies I had rehearsed flawlessly now failed me. The truth hovered, inevitable, and in that moment I understood. No secret, no matter how meticulously hidden, can survive proximity to someone who knows how to see. By the time the week ended, everything had shifted. The balance of power, the control I thought I held, even the small confidence I had carried in my double life, all gone. He didn't yell. He didn't threaten. He simply looked, understood, and left. And in that silence, I realized that some secrets aren't mine to keep, and some betrayals aren't worth the cost of living in the shadow of your own lies.